businesses just like yours. Lawyers, dentists, accountants, counselors, plumbers, electricians, and more all trust Modular Orange to build their own presence. Take your time back to focus on what you do best. Let the professionals at Modular Orange handle your website. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 79 days.
Yes, the Diamond Hogs are still alive, and they're heading to the championships of 2025. The bats are hot and the pitching's right on cue. It's time to put a lot of runs on LSU. Looking good, and it's time to get it on, and those Razorback fans are ready to get gone. Heading north to cheer and watch Hogs play ball, ready to pull up to the field in Omaha. Yeah, it's been a long season, but we knew they'd come through. On the edge of our seats more than time or two, but they're going for one reason and nothing less to bring the trophy home from the CWS.
Live from the Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Thank you to Marty Dent of McGee, Arkansas, for open this morning. Glad you're here. It is Thursday edition of The Morning Rush here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com. And our Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell, which I'll be listening on the way to Omaha, Nebraska. Get there around 7 o'clock later on tonight. Team got there yesterday. They're ready to go. They've got practice today, I guess, at Charles Schwab Field, and then I think the high school practice is tomorrow at a local high school and everything else. I don't know about you. I watched a lot of the send-off videos and stuff yesterday. What caught my attention is a shirt, and I don't know the gentleman that was sporting it, but it had the hashtag "Do It for Dave," and I like that a lot too. I don't know if Razorback Baseball has used it at all or anything. Whether it was Charles Davalon, like his opening remarks in the press conference, kind of having like, "We want to get Coach a national championship." You'll have countless former players that'll have that same kind of thought, but I thought that was a really, really good description, ideology of what this baseball team's trying to do this weekend, and not just this weekend, but next weekend too.
All right, so you're making the drive up today. We'll have live coverage from the Emerald City beginning tomorrow, assuming you get up on time, assuming you don't get Rowdy Beaver there or Rusty Beaver or
there's a Blatt, there's a Rocco's, there's a DJ's. We'll be doing the show not just tomorrow, but the rest of hopefully next week and this weekend and everything else. I have a watering hole or two that I've figured out. But
it's midweek and you don't drink during the week. So
correct. I know. Yeah. What did I tell you yesterday? I will set up at DJ's.
You say a lot of things.
I will go to bed.
Yeah.
And then can't say the same about tomorrow or Saturday, but we'll get some work done here these next week or so.
All of our coverage presented by Mock Legal Solutions. We thank Matt and Jackie and their team for helping send us up there. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price. By First Star Bank, your hometown bank for all your first is First Star Bank. It's fireworks. Say Fireworks Wholesale is there for you. If you like to have your own stand or buy it wholesale, go to Arkansas's _1 wholesale fireworks company, USA Fireworks. That's usafireworks.org. By Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, 48 MLK. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, smoking good every time. And by McClarty Daniel. It's never been easier to find your next ride. Experience it for yourself at McClartyDaniel.com.
So I want to hold off on the scheduling talk for just a sec. Earlier this week, and there's basketball and football schedule news if you haven't heard. We'll get to that, I promise. But earlier this week, you see, I know Will McIntyre posted, I think Hunter Dietz had something. The team watched the Sand in Baum-Walker Stadium, I guess on Tuesday night. Now this is
like on the big screen?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It was cool. This is the theme from Field of Dreams or whatever. But I was just thinking about, so this is not Rosenblatt. Like Cam Kojiel posted this picture earlier of Rosenblatt when he was just a kid, and there's like cornfields in the background, which I thought was kind of cool.
There was a zoo in the background.
Yeah. I mean,
there was a zoo in the background.
Is that what it is? Okay. Well, I'd never been. You've been?
I've been a
Okay.
couple times.
Well, so explain that held the event, and this is the 75th anniversary of this event, I guess, going on in Omaha.
Yep.
Like, explain there's always transition, Old Bush Stadium. There's various things but like the dynamics. You've been to both Rosenblatt to now it was TD Ameritrade. Now it's Charles Schwab Field. I mean, what are the differences?
Well, you had minor league baseball there that had outgrown and outlived that facility, and it was like Ray Winder Field. I mean, I think that's how we would.
Oh, I love Ray Winder Field.
You know, tradition, heritage, all the funky smells. You know, not always in the best part of town. You know how it is.
Yeah.
The old, tired, worn-out stadium that 50 years ago was in the prime location. The town's grown, the town evolved, and now it was time for, and let's be honest, why did a lot of stadiums get built in the last 10 or 15 years? Luxury suites. Well, Rosenblatt didn't have a ton of luxury It wasn't about luxury. It was about baseball. And it was an old school park, and, it was crumbling. So, I mean, for us, for anyone that's never been, it's kind of like Ray Winder. It was time to move on to something newer and nicer, and that's what Omaha did, and put a minor league team out there, and it made for a bigger, nicer event. And without the College World Series, it probably wouldn't have been as nice as what they've built there.
They're not doing the opening ceremonies anymore. They're doing something by I think a river or Saturday night, which is a little bit different. But I wonder about the dynamics of this baseball team, which is number one in home runs, best hitting team in the SEC. Just how they go about changes, because we know that ballpark is larger. I mean, I've the dimensions here. It's 408 to center, 375 to left, and 335 to right as well. So I
5 feet bigger in the corner. I mean, down the lines at Baumwalker's 330.
The reason I bring that up is because there were runs this past weekend that barely made it out of the park, and that are either warning track balls or going to be caught.
Then there were several that cleared the fence with ease. There was one that Tennessee hit the top of the dadgum scoreboard.
Yeah, and that was the ninth one. So I just wonder, like, what adjustments we'll see from this baseball team, particularly.
It puts your pitchers at ease, but I mean, it's not a lot different than when you go to Hoover. It's just more of a minor league, major league mention, and but your pitchers would tell you they're just a little more comfortable, a little more at ease, with a little bit bigger dimensions out there.
Speaking of pitchers, Arkansas picked up a commitment from transfer Jack Sells, who spent time at UA Rich Mountain and Little Rock recently, so he's going to be hopefully signing with this team relatively soon. You're kind of in the midst, like you were in basketball postseason and football postseason as well, where coaches not only have to figure out what their game is for their opponent this weekend, obviously LSU, Jay Johnson, and Dave Van Horn, but still in the recruiting process as well. I think, Colton, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I know they've had a couple guys enter the portal, but is that their first commitment? That's the first one I've seen.
First commitment
and catalog. So this is a guy that had some success, and hopefully he can be one of the pitchers that you're counting on this upcoming season. Schedule-wise, and I want to tie the opening drive into the Indiana Pacers and something that occurred in Indiana for me last night. That was painful. But Notre Dame, 11 a.m. I know that there's a little bit of disappointment when you saw that. You are on ABC, which is good.
Huge.
You're following College Game Day. It's not the Corso. It'd be even better if it was the first week and you're following Corso College Game Day. But that's going to be Michigan, Ohio State on Fox, I guess. But this is in terms of you've got the Magnolia Bowl with Ole Miss and LSU that same weekend, and then you've also got Georgia and Alabama. You weren't going to, I think, supersede them to get a night game in either ABC or ESPN. But I mean, it's still a major marquee game that people are going to watch, and not just Arkansas fans.
Am I disappointed it's at 11 a.m.? Yes. I don't think it's a competitive advantage for the home team to play early. But we act like 100% of the stadium shows up 6 hours early and tailgates. We act like it affects everyone. For a lot of people, they get excited about 11 a.m. games because, hey, I can drive in early. I can park down at Baumwalker. I can ride the shuttle bus for free up. I can go get back in my car when the day is over, and I can go home and be home in time for Sunday school the next morning. And I don't have to spend an extra $200 or $400 if it's that 2-night minimum on a hotel. So, for a lot of people, this is good. Now, that's not good for the Northwest Arkansas restaurant and hospitality economy. I don't think if you live in Stuttgart or you live in El Dorado that you're too concerned about that. If you live, in Russellville, Fort Smith, Clarksville, Conway, Harrison, Mountain Home, you could drive over in the morning, drive back. Mm-hmm. And we act like, and listen, we love to tailgate. I'm not anti-tailgating by any means, but we act like 80% of the stadium sets up in tailgates. Well, they don't. I mean, all you got to do is watch the shuttle buses coming up from Baum Walker to realize that that's how, probably more than half of the people that go to games, do it. Do we like tailgates? Sure. Do we want party for the game? Sure. And that's what we're disappointed about, is it eats into the party.
Other games that were listed out for this upcoming year, a lot of flex games thus far. Memphis game
We're getting windows here. We're not getting game times, but an idea of what time of the day generally they're going to play.
Yeah, Memphis game had been announced. The Tennessee in Neyland's going to be there from 2:30 to 7. A&M here at home is 2:30 to 7. Auburn at home is 11 to noon. Mississippi State at home is 2:30 to 3:30. LSU, which benefits you, is 11 to noon in Rouge. Texas on the road is going to be at 2:30 to 7, and then Missouri will be a night game.
That's weird.
On Saturday.
Well,
5 to 7.
We look down upon the 11 a.m. time slot like it's the old Jefferson Pilot, and we got to realize that's changed.
I had jotted down Raycom and JP.
Yeah, I mean it's not that anymore. And honestly, you kind of, if you weren't going to be on CBS. Or way back early in Arkansas's time in the league, way back, then you wanted to be in that 11 a.m. time slot because that's about your only chance to get on TV. Well, now we look down upon it like that's the lesser games. That equation's changed. The Big Ten changed that. Noon Eastern, 11 Central is, I'm not saying it's the best time slot, but you could certainly make a case it's the second best time slot to be on TV. Not for your fans, not for your best atmosphere, but for visibility for your program. Eyeballs on the TV, 11 a.m. is not a bad deal. Notre Dame obviously is going to bring a lot of eyeballs to the TV set and the screens anyway.
When that game being at home, it's not going to be on NBC, so you're going to have all these Notre Dame fans taking in ABC rather than an NBC. We'll touch on that.
Fans don't care what network it's on. They just want to watch the game.
Arkansas will play Louisville, by the way, in the ACC-SEC Challenge. They'll come to Fayetteville later on this season, according to John Rothstein. We'll get into some other SEC and ACC chips later on. But for now, we got our opening drive, and unfortunately, it's kind of sad after last night.
Gildas Alexander to Holmgren. Lou Dort, little fake, fires, three-pointer is up, and good. Dort's 4 for 4 from three-point. Nimhard, back to Turner. Halliburton looking for some room, step back three. It's good. Tyrese Halliburton with a three-pointer, and the Pacers back up by 3. The Pacers dream of their first NBA very much alive. They're 2 wins away from a championship.
I didn't like the lineup adjustment, and because I'm not sure how it benefits them, because they were the deepest team in the league. Now their bench is getting outplayed.
This is the morning, and it's time for the opening drive.
Pacers bench killed them last night, 116 to 107. The final. OKC down 2 games to 1, and you got to play in Gaybridge Fieldhouse this weekend as well. So hopefully,
that's a not a must win because it's a 7-game series, but it's a really need to win.
It pretty much.
I mean, it's. I would say you're not going to win the series if you don't win this game on Saturday.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
It is Saturday, right? Friday or I think it's Saturday.
Double check on that.
Don't give me the line.
I did not look up the schedule before you.
You're supposed to know. You're the big Oklahoma City Thunder fan.
and I forgot what time I forgot what day it's on. All right, it is, as my Yahoo Sports app loads. Friday, 7:30 on ABC. So get a chance to take that in at Omaha. Speaking of Indianapolis and Indiana, this is a little bit of an issue. We got a text earlier here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline from Tyler Winslow. Says, if Ty bought 70 Jello shots, I will gain a new respect. Well, I don't know how I'm going to buy them because I wake up. So you know how you have your routine in the morning?
Yeah.
My routine is I get up. Like this morning, I woke up a little early because I finished packing some stuff. But I get up and I get on social media apps and 5 financial apps. My credit cards, investments, bank. And like the last app I'm on, I get on my bank account. and it's showing a minus 816
You overdid it
balance.
yesterday.
And I get on, and I was like, what is this? I was charged double for a payment and the auto payment way. And so now I'm heading
Maybe
to
you were
Omaha.
behind.
No, I'm not behind. I'm heading to Omaha with the negative bank balance. It's supposed to get resolved by tomorrow or Monday, but I was on the phone with a guy from Indiana named Scott for about 40 minutes this morning. He's a big St. Elmo's fan, big Pacers fan. So that was the obviously with what just happened last night. But I have a negative $800 bank balance heading
I've got
to Indiana. So
I've got a similar situation going on, but not with it's with a credit card charge. When I turned the rental car in last week in Portland, Maine, they showed that I turned it in a day before I actually did in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
So I got like a $900 charge for taking it back to the wrong place. I'm like, this ain't
here.
gonna work.
Yeah.
You know?
Did it get fixed? Still hadn't.
And
What did they
yet.
tell you timeline wise?
48 hours. So they got about
Till
12
tomorrow?
more minutes.
Okay, 12 more minutes. It is frustrating. And
So here's what I hate. It'll get resolved or I'll dispute the charge, but it's a time suck. That's the problem I've got with all these things that pop up where other people screw up. It sucks your time up that I don't have.
Colton, you heard me this morning.
I was in here this morning, and it's what started off as a what seemed like a very demonstrative conversation. He was trying to someone on the phone to get him his money back, but by the end, he had got Scott to talk to him about St. Elmo's and get him his money back pretty soon.
But how much of that time? How much of your time was
it took
wasted?
him an hour of his time. An hour of his time.
Yeah, 40 minutes, and when we're time crunch, getting ready for our show, getting ready to Omaha, anything else.
Well, you could have done that in the car on your way to Omaha when you have nothing else going
you got to
on.
write stuff down. You don't want to be distracted. You know me, I'm not a distracted driver.
Use your Bluetooth. Keep 11 and 2. Keep your hands on the wheel.
Listen, the irritating thing about it is like you have to go to another level. Like the lower guy or gal can't ever do anything. So you have to say, I need to talk to your manager or supervisor.
Let's just cut through the crap right now.
Then you
cut through the crap.
Then you get to that, and then they can actually do something and go about it. Here's the issue. The app that I was on said that the next payment that I was going to have auto pay was going to be next month, which obviously would put me behind. And I've never had a late payment in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm very meticulous about that. So
Anyone believe that?
I think everyone believes that. I think everyone listening, knowing by the way I talk about things, knows that I'm very anal about stuff. So that being said, I went ahead, because this thing is not showing till the fall, I went ahead and paid it. Then they double charged me, and now I'm $800 in the hole. On top of all that, my bank.
No, you're $400 ahead.
400.
You're not $800 in the hole. You're $400 ahead. How much was the payment?
$1,953.
No,
yeah,
you're
1953.
You're,
On
you're
top
about,
of that,
you're about 800 ahead.
the bank that was supposed to have me on you can't overdraft but instead I incur $36 fee on top of it.
Yeah.
So I'm really out.
So now you got to call them.
Yeah, $1,980. So I got to figure all this out. Hopefully it gets resolved
like you need to manage
by
your money a
Monday.
little better.
No, it's not about managing money. It's about technology screwing it up.
Some tech guys.
But you got it on auto payment, right? And
yes,
then you
that's why I checked
and
it.
then you made a payment, right?
No, because it didn't auto pay when it was supposed to. And
it auto pays when they say to auto pay.
On the day that it was supposed to, and it didn't do it.
Was that on the weekend?
But it didn't. What it said, just hold on. If it has the next payment as, hey, it's not till next month when it switched over, then okay, I don't want to get dinged with the late charge, so I'm just going to go and payment and wait on this next one. Their fault.
Well, just dig one of them mason jars up in the backyard, and you'll be fine.
I wish I had one. So that's the tie-in to the Pacers. Not only did the Pacers lose, at least I had a good
that's
win.
Hey, Colton, that's what happened. Bet heavy on the Thunder last night.
And
now he's
down $1,900.
Didn't you watch any of those ads? Did you not watch any of those ads the NCAA was running?
Apparently,
during the Super Regionals. Don't be blaming the players and other when you lose. Don't be hitting. He said he got on 5 social media. He's probably after the Thunder players last night. That's what happened.
Yelling.
He bet heavy on the Thunder, and now he's in a bind.
Yeah. And on to my Baylor Brad is texting me about giving me advice. On top of all that, the Thunder again lost last night.
Yeah.
So it was a It's a bad.
When they decide to play defense, I don't think they be beat. They just, again, didn't defend the three very well last night.
Benedict Matthews.
I don't even know what the number was, but it sure seemed like the Pacers made a lot of threes just watching the game.
Hallie hit 4 of 8, so it was tough to take in last night. Hopefully they bounce back tomorrow on ABC.
All right, that is your opening drive. It's brought to you by the Inn at the Mill. 49443-1800 is their number. If you're planning, we may have to put Ty up there for a while. Sounds like, was far behind as he is on payments.
Yeah.
We may have to find him a place to stay for a while. Inn at the Mill would be a good spot. Big, oversized rooms, great internet. Get on and check your 5 social media accounts, you said?
Yeah, Snap.
16 credit card
Facebook,
sites, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you can get, go to internet. Great free breakfast is included. Sounds like you're going to need a free breakfast for a while to get you through this little and make it all happen. 479-443-1800, conveniently located to everything in Northwest Arkansas at the Johnson exit. 479-443-1800 for the Inn at the Mill.
Text here on the Lewis Automotive Group, missing a direct deposit this morning. I don't know if that was this guy or gal's company that didn't pay him, or if he didn't make a proper payment. But that every once in a while, technology bites you in the butt, and it did.
What is it they say in Monopoly? Bank error in your $200.
Not in.
Don't pass go.
Not in this case. Not in this case. So we gotta figure out some cash. And I think Scott thought I was like going to I needed it for like a strip club, but I was like, the reality is I just need it to be able to waiters and waitresses and that. By the way, speaking of gambling, apparently NCAA is looking into college athletes being able to bet on professional sports.
I'm getting a text in here from Baylor Brad on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. You are delinquent, sir, in your lunch bet with him. What did we bet on? He
hasn't come. Baylor beat Arkansas again.
How long ago was that?
Basketball season.
Last season. What was it?
No. You haven't seen your dad in time?
2024? He's supposed to come up here to Arts.
All right. No, you're supposed to go buy him lunch somewhere. You're not use the station trade to pay off your gambling.
I was going to pay with it with my own credit card. Since I don't have any cash to pay for it, I'll just on credit.
Hey, get online and get in your Apple app or Google Play Store and get the Hit That Line Now app. You can take it with you to Omaha, the Hit That Line Now app. If you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. It's the Hit That Line Now app by Taco Bell.
Hog update coming up when we return on the Morning Rush.
For the Razorbacks in 2025. Do you believe?
Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, First Star Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McClarty Daniel.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time, famous young 5 and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Since 2009, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has provided more than $1 billion in scholarships to thousands of Kansans just like you. So thanks a billion, Arkansas. If you'd like to apply for the scholarship, simply go to sams.adhe.edu and fill out the information. And just like that, you're applied. The deadline's coming up. Don't forget, apply now at sams.adhe.edu.
Sir, going to Omaha. Let's go.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harrison Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Hey, Ty Richardson back in my favorite place, Papa's Pub and Pizzeria in downtown Fort Smith here with Brooklyn Gals. Y'all have got a great special on Monday, Brooklyn.
Yes, we have our $3 domestic drafts, our Bud Lights, Miller Lights, Coors Light, Yingling, Shinerbach, Michelob Ultra, some super cold mugs, and 10 wings for $8.95.
Come on by and see us at 508 Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find a line at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio front rims or trims on your automobile or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and U of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Ty Richardson for Eastside Liquor, your number one stop for the Hogs Run to Omaha. Every watch party, every event, they can take care of you at Liquor. Need your favorite beer or seltzer for the Hog Pen? They've got it all at Eastside Liquor. Stop by and see Dave and his team at 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Did I mention it's lake season 2? Regardless of the lake that you spend summer, the only place you gotta stop before is Eastside Liquor.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirit, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers, choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111. Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Give me the There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
7 down.
This one belongs to Razorback. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, woo big Philly. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Called them after. I said, enjoy this moment. Worry about the weekend when you're getting through the enjoyment. If you don't enjoy and everything is a relief, time to
That was Cal earlier this week talking about Dave Van Horn and the baseball team's journey to Omaha, Nebraska. Cal got some news yesterday. According to John Rothstein of CBS Sports, the Razorbacks will be hosting the Louisville Cardinals. Payne gets a chance to take on his former school, Pat Kelsey, now the head coach of Louisville. That's a good draw. Louisville didn't have their tournament run like they thought they might in Lexington. They played in the NCAA tournament. Lexington lost that game one, I think, but I wanted North Carolina, but this is still a good draw. I think this is intriguing to fans, being that Louisville's a good program. I think you're 4-4 all time against them.
Yeah, and two marquee brands in college basketball, so I've got some excitement. I've got some good buddies, you know them over at Harry Robinson, that are from Louisville, so they're Cardinal fans, and they're excited about this game. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to discern all the red. Most of that red's gonna be Razorback red, but there'll be some Louisville Cardinal fans blended in there here and there.
Yeah, other matchups that are intriguing to me: Florida's going to Duke, to Cameron Indoor. North Carolina's going to Kentucky, and then NC State. I was kind of hoping they put NC State going to LSU, but then to Auburn. New coach Will Wade out there. So those are more.
Said Duke in Florida.
Yes.
Alabama. Who's Bama playing?
Where is that? At the bottom, top. Who are they playing, Colton? Why am I not seeing it? Bama.
List, obviously.
Clemson? Okay, Clemson had a good team.
Yeah, Clemson's on the rise.
So Clemson's going to Tuscaloosa for that game.
You like it? You like Louisville as the draw, guys?
I mean, I wanted North Carolina. I think you're playing Duke in Chicago, and on Thanksgiving Day,
yeah,
you weren't going to play them. But Louisville, again, it's a good draw. Louisville might be better than North Carolina, but the Tar Heels are more of a brand than the Cardinals.
Well, go have another good season, get to the second weekend or beyond, and you'll probably go to
Chapel Hill,
or they have a good enough year. These are made for TV matchups, so you got to earn your way into the marquee.
I wonder how Kenny Payne feels against going up his school that he was coaching at for 2 years. You don't think so?
I mean, how he feels? What do you think? He's under his bed sheets, curled up in the fetal position?
I think he just he got fired. I think there's probably a little extra there.
You can't waste the energy now on that, though. You can't get pumped up about it June 12th. You get pumped up November something. And you hopefully your team wants to rise to the occasion for you. They're not Kenny Payne play. I'm pretty sure on that. Although I think if he did, he'd probably still get some things done.
Yep. He was a really good basketball player.
He didn't look like a guy you'd want to mess with.
A couple rebounds down there for sure.
Yeah. Keeping the subject of basketball going, John Rothstein, who reported news about the SEC and ACC games this upcoming season, also had this to say about Arkansas earlier in the week.
Look at what Arkansas returns. 4 players who had prominent roles on that run to the Sweet 16. I think Arkansas question should enter next season in the discussion of being the second best team in the SEC behind Florida.
And Florida added Boogie. We know that. Xavier Lee, the kid from Princeton. They've got some other pieces as well. But a lot of people high on Arkansas in this offseason. So we'll see where they come in rankings-wise, not just in the conference, but also preseason as well. Courtney Deifel got a big pickup. Tiana Bell comes over from Cal. She was an all-SEC performer last year, hit 47 and 15 bombs. Good stuff from Ethan Westerman reporting on that. So no Arkansas softball fans excited to see that. We got some behind-the-scenes footage with this baseball team yesterday, and I was kind of cracking up with Will McIntyre on Hogs Plus about this is something I feel like that you would give Clay a hard time about, but McIntyre, as the elder statesman of the team, was kind of getting dogged a little bit. Take a listen.
You were born in the 1850s. You were there for Arkansas.
What was born Brian like his first year coaching here? Here we go.
You were born before the first College World Series. Now you get to go to your second one. How does it feel?
Yeah, I actually got to play in Rosenblatt. If you all know what Rosenblatt is.
So he took it in stride. Give Matt credit there. But yeah, him and Kendall been around a while. Not a lot of players.
Graybeards of the team.
Yeah. Not a lot of leftover players from that 2022 College World Series team. Mac and Kendall being a couple of them. A lot of guys that are playing in their first time ever this College World Series. So we'll see what ends up happening for them. 6 o'clock again on Saturday night as Arkansas takes on LSU. All right, that is your Hog Up on a Thursday. It is brought to you, as always, by Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Checking the Bet Saracen app right now. They got the run line out. Arkansas is plus 1.5 on the run line and minus 120 on the money line. Minus 110 for LSU and minus 1.5. So LSU a slight favorite in this game.
That's odd considering the Razorbacks have, I think, every metric I've seen as the team to win this whole stinking thing, and yet they find themselves as the underdog.
Well, this is the metric that a lot of people think matter the most. And the Thunder, what do you think the line would be for the game tomorrow night?
Thunder by like 5.
6.5.
Okay.
Pacers are catching 6.5. Thunder minus 240 on the money line. So there it is. Bet Saracen app, golf. We're going to talk golf a little bit later. U.S. Open underway. You can get that for the weekend. It's all there with the Bet Saracen app. So be sure and check that out right now.
I saw, you mentioned golf. I saw they have like that one sand bunker that looks like a church pew at Oakmont.
Called the Church Pew Bunker.
Is it? Yeah. That was that to get in there. That just sounds awful. All right, Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back.
I think it's your girlfriend called.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee. Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18 months financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Since 2009, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has provided more than $1 billion in scholarships to thousands of Arkansans just like you. So thanks a billion. If you'd like to apply for the scholarship, simply go to sams.adhe.edu and fill out the information. And just like that, you're applied. The deadline's coming up, so don't forget. Apply now at sams.adhe.edu.
It doesn't take a genius or rocket scientist to figure that out. You don't have to have any intelligence whatsoever. I'm talking about it.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. If the weather has raked your roof and you need a roofing company you can trust, call my friends at Patriot Brothers Roofing. They are bonded, insured, and lifetime River Valley residents located in Van Buren.
Thanks, Matt. We are also the only roofing company in the River Valley that installs a full CertainTeed integrity roof system and registers a 50-year warranty directly with CertainTeed. Avoid the door knockers and storm chasers. We are local and we will be after the storm chasers are gone.
Check out PatriotBrothersRoofing.com or call 479-652-9479.
Patriot Brothers Roofing, because your home deserves only the best.
Sunday, June 15th is Father's Day, and Jelco Outdoors has hundreds of gifts for those dads. Special in-store deals on knives by Case, Benchmade, Kershaw, and more. Keep Dad cool with a new cooler by Yeti and Yukon Outfitters. Select hunting and fishing clothing on sale now. New rods, reels, and compound bows would make Dad's Day real sharp. And Jelco gift cards are always a perfect fit. Jelco Outdoors, your Father's Day gift store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net.
Efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
Are you tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures or struggling with missing teeth? This is Dr. Charles Liggett with River Valley Smile Center. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cave, and myself experienced with full arch dental implant solutions. Dentures that are securely attached to implants, giving you a natural looking, confident smile that feels like your own. No more slipping, no more pain, just the freedom to smile, speak, and eat with ease. You like coming to see us, right, Matt?
Who doesn't want to say, I love the way your smile lights up under your eyes? Call 479-646-0706 or visit rivervalleysmiles.com to schedule your consultation today.
Spring is here and Alma Tractor and Equipment has 0% financing up to 60 months on all New Holland 50 to 120 horsepower Workmaster and Power Star tractors or cashback savings through June 30th. Whatever size acreage you have, we have a New Holland tractor for you. Stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and take advantage of these great offers today.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Time for the Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
11 of the 78 golfers that are now on the course at Oakmont in the U.S. Open are under par, meaning the majority of the field, and not even half the field really out at this point, right at half the field, are finding their way over par at this point. J.J. Spahn is the leader right now. To me, yeah, exactly. Who? J.J. Spahn, 4 under par through 12 holes today. So here's the Morning Rush Daily Question. Golf theme with the U.S. Open and brought to you by Cart Pass Social. Play the same tees. Follow all the rules. No breakfast balls. No do-overs. What do you think you could shoot at a place like Oakmont that is known as the toughest course in America?
Well,
5.5-inch rough. 14 greens are rolling about 14 on the stimp meter. What do you think you'd shoot?
This is what some pros said this week.
Probably 100 on the front nine.
If they finish, it's got to be 110 to 120. 120.
And that's an 18 handicap. I'm at 20. So I'm going to guess probably 130 to 140.
I take the over.
That bad, huh?
From the back tee, yeah, 7,400 yards.
Yeah. I didn't.
You're not an 18 handicap from there.
Yeah, that's like a 20.
Already double it because it's Oakmont. 5.5-inch rough, fast greens. I mean, the fairways are even fast.
Yeah, that just doesn't.
I don't think I could break 120, honestly.
And I'm probably at 150 or 160.
I'm about a 10-11 handicap.
I'm not
there.
country club or country club adjacent, so I'd probably shoot an even 250, or I'd probably quit around 150.
And here's the deal. Right now, who was it? I was looking at the name we didn't know, but when you look at who you said, well, there's 78 guys on the course. Who is someone named Justin Hicks is 10 over par after 11 holes. This dude qualified for the U.S. Open. They don't just let you sign. It's not a sign-up sheet. It's in a club tournament. I mean, you got to qualify for this baby. You got to be pretty good to get in the field.
Dr. Tyler says he could shoot 130 and he's at 12. Thanks for the honesty, Dr.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dr. Tyler. I don't think I could break 120.
Hey,
I would hope I had enough golf balls in the bag to finish.
On the subject of golf, there's this club pro at the Lofton Leagues in Norway that played 32 hours straight.
Why?
Hi guys, I'm Isaac, and next spring I'm going to be attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the longest time playing golf consecutively.
And he did. 32 hours straight. I can't even stay up 32 hours straight. I haven't even stayed up
I don't know why I would want to do that to myself. You know, frustrating. 18 holes of golf is bad enough on the frustration meter. 32 straight hours?
36 holes of golf.
Better have a good cart girl.
With the break in
Better
between.
have a good beer cart girl.
Yeah, is good
Keep you
enough
going.
for me. Well, that's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. I know Christian Nate really excited for their birthday bash weekend. 1 year of Cart Pass Social in Northwest Arkansas, 122 Grant Place in Lowell, right across from Matt Woods. On Saturday, there's a free family golf day with First Tee of Northwest Arkansas. Bring your kids ages 4 to 14, and they can decorate their own golf ball. You can decorate your own golf glove, and it's 100% free to participate. Go to cartpasssocial.com for all the information. That's cartpasssocial.com. It's always BYOB at Cart Pass Social.
And are you? I mean, I know you're going to be in Omaha and you're going to be watching baseball. And when the Hogs aren't playing, you'll still be there watching baseball. I know,
That's
and
just
and
not
getting
true.
ready.
We're not even going to.
You're at the College World Series, man. You got a free ticket to all the games.
I put on the box that I'm only going to Arkansas games.
Well, they'll still let you in. You can still find
Yeah.
an open seat. I mean, that's what I mean, I can't imagine being at a championship event and not watching them all. But
The
anyway,
only thing I
the
care
U.S.
about is
Open will be front and center for me, along with baseball.
You got Thunder Friday night, and there may or may not be a nice golf course out there in addition to that. So,
Another paid vacation for Ty.
Yeah, that's what you get, paid vacations, right? That's what it says in the contract.
Betty, mark him down. Hey, we'll also get by Joe's Grill and Cantina, and you can do that any day of the week and check out Joe's daily specials, Throwback Thursdays. That's today with a rotation of Kuko's classic platters. Joe's chips and salsa come with every meal. They make that salsa fresh every day. You can taste it. They got the little diced up carrots. You can tell they're kind of hand chopped, and man, they really. They do good. I mean, you say carrots and salsa, trust me, it's pretty good. And you can try their sizzling fajita skillets and crunchy tacos on Tuesdays, plus the enchiladas. I went there the other couple Saturdays ago, got enchiladas. Didn't do the endless enchiladas, but you can do those on Saturdays. Homemade sauce, that brown sauce is the best around. I wish they'd just give me some of that with my tacos sometimes. I bet they would if I'd ask. It's all there with a full bar, plenty of TVs around the restaurant. Joe's Grill and Cantina, perfect for watching golf and baseball and everything this weekend. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps. That's Joe's Grill and Cantina, Tex-Mex style.
All right, we're getting a couple texts about the guy that spent 32 hours playing golf here on the Loose Automotive Group hotline. Tyler from Winslow says those are rookie times. Try 56 hours in a combat zone. JT in Hot Springs says, if I made my body stay awake for 32 straight hours, I think my body would not recover for 3 weeks. And Lee from Springdale played 100 holes of golf in one day for the American Heart Association.
Yeah, we did something like that in high school where you got people to sponsor you.
Yep, that's what
to pay you so much per hole, and you tried to raise money, and you'd start at daylight and you go till dusk, and you take the governors off the carts and see how many holes you could do in one place.
Kevin's in Rogers. He wants to chime in on the conversation about Oakmont. Kevin, go ahead, man. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, Ty. Hey, Tommy. What's going on?
Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, I was just at Thousand Hills in Branson. I had to come over here for business, and I was looking at the scores, and I was like, everybody's going to say, oh, it's playing easy, and then the winner will be like over par come Sunday. But we'll see.
Tough track.
Hey, yeah, it is. So I was looking at the math on this, and I heard Ty score and what you were thinking, Tommy, and I know you're a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, not really.
And well, it's
all relative.
If you just figured, surely you could do triple bogey a hole, don't you think that?
If you can, to me, it's not getting. It's getting club on ball if you get off the fairway. To me, my concern would be finding the ball. Now, if you're like the pros and you got people out there marking them as they come down, you got a gallery, I'm not going to lose a lot of golf balls that way. I don't think I'm going to spray it everywhere. It's now, how do I find that golf ball in a 5.5-inch rough? It'd be easier for the pros, got people doing that. If I had someone forecatting and marking the ball, yeah, I think I could probably break 120, but it's the lost balls I'm worried about. The lost balls that are in play.
So what's par at the Open, 70 or 72? Is it 70?
I believe. Let me double check that. So,
yeah, sometimes I lower it for that one.
70.
Well, say if it's 72, it's 70.
70.
Well, that's 124. If you triple bogey, play the same thing they're playing today, that's 124. So, but I mean, I think you could break 130. I think if you play golf often, I mean, and you're, kind of where Ty's handicap is or whatever, I think you could break 130.
Right now,
that's just my thought.
Right now, I mean, I'm just looking. I hadn't looked through this, but in round one so far, the category they've got, for eagles, birdies, pars, bogeys, doubles, and then others. The others category. One guy on here's got 5 others at this point. No, that's the whole by hole. They've got others. So there's a lot of others already being recorded. They don't total them up here, but a lot of others. A lot of holes playing over par at this point. So
We'll see.
Well,
I think I could do the 120 and average, like I said, triple bogey golf if someone was finding my, making sure I didn't lose my ball every other hole,
Yeah.
Stroking
Well,
distance.
that's all I got. Blue Pig, Ty, be careful. Enjoy your trip. Be listening to you for the radio. I'm sure y'all do some post-game stuff or pre-game stuff. So
or both.
We'll be listening to you.
A little bit of both. Again, Zach Root said it best yesterday.
Yes, sir. Going to Omaha. Let's go.
Going to Omaha. Let's go. Team got in yesterday. They're practicing at Charles Schwab today, local high school tomorrow. We'll get a chance to hear from Dave Van Horn and some of the other guys a little later on, so we'll have some audio for you tomorrow morning here on the Morning Rush. Setup-wise, we are going to be at DJ's Dugout starting tomorrow, pre- and post-game. A lot of Razorback events are going on there. It's right across from the team hotel. So we'll have some good stuff for you here these next couple of days. I did want to ask one thing. We played some audio from Chris Burke and Kyle Peterson yesterday. Both those guys are on call for the games this weekend, along with Carl Ravitch. And Burke kind of cautioned, this isn't just for Arkansas fans, but really as a whole. I want to address this because I think it's important when it comes to heading into this Saturday matchup.
Well, they got their hands full. This is a field that is probably evenly matched as I can remember, and they're going to have to deal with arguably the best starting pitcher in the country in Cade Anderson in Game 1. So as talented as they are, and as much as it feels like it's their time, they have still a tall mountain to climb here to get to the top of it.
Is there an overconfidence level heading into this game? And it was brought up yesterday by Tiger Bait, and whether you like him or not, he's right. Arkansas has not found a way to get over the top and more often than not beat LSU. But this historically, but this feels different. Is there an overconfidence from not just me and you, but this fan base on not just tomorrow or on not just Saturday night, but how this week plays out?
Here's the thing I've come to the conclusion on, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'd rather play him out of the gate because I'm in total control of my pitching. I'm in total control of my roster. I don't have any limitations.
And they could lose, and you don't have to play him again.
Or there's a chance they could win, and when you do play them again, you'll beat them, because we know that once LSU gets past its first 2 pitchers, they're pretty thin. I mean, they had to go all the way to the very end with Little Rock. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Chris Curry's bunch, but LSU, once they get past those first 2 pitchers, struggle.
Yeah.
So even if you lose, I think there's a chance you could still get out of that thing, but it's a steeper climb. That's for sure. Brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custards, Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. They're also in Conway with 2 locations on Dave Ward Drive in East Oak, also JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock. Get the pick 6 for the weekend. You can mix and match 6 of your favorite flavors, so you'll also have the perfect game time treat to watch golf, basketball, and the College World Series. Download the Andy's app in the Apple app or Google Play Store, and they'll have it ready for you when you pull up as well. That's Andy's Frozen Custards. Walk up or drive through, They're ready to serve you at Andy's Frozen Custards.
When we come back, Tom Murphy's going to join us. His thoughts on this upcoming College World Series, plus the scheduling that came out for Arkansas football and basketball.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
At Our Best Bank, we believe small businesses are the backbone of our communities. That's why we help businesses of all kinds find their strength. Whether you're just getting your business off the ground, planning for future growth, or managing the day-to-day, we want to help you thrive. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Since 2009, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has provided more than $1 billion in scholarships to thousands of Arkansans just like you. So thanks a billion, Arkansas. If you'd like to apply for the scholarship, simply go to sams.adhe.edu and fill out the information. And just like that, you're applied. The deadline's coming up, so don't forget. Apply now at sams.adhe.edu.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. With an unheard of 15-year spring warranty option, Grit is the team you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Hey everyone, Josh Earnhardt here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Do you like doing business with local companies? Did you know that AAA Business Systems is one of only a few truly local office technology providers in Northwest Arkansas? Ask your current technology provider where their corporate office is, and let's keep your money in Northwest Arkansas. Buy local, support local. Call us today at 479-442-4185, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, showers, occasional thunderstorms today. A high this afternoon will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Showers and thunderstorms tonight, overnight low upper 60s to near 70. And then another round of widespread showers and thunderstorms Friday, a high into the upper 70s to low 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 79 days. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Yes, the Diamond Hogs are still alive, and they're heading to the championships of 2025. The bats are hot and the pitching's right on cue. It's time to put a lot of runs on LSU. Bracket's looking good and it's time to get it on, and those Razorback fans are ready to get gone. Heading north to cheer and watch Hogs play ball, ready to pull up to the field in Omaha. Yeah, it's been a long season, but we knew they'd come through. On the edge of our seats more than time or two, but they're going for one reason and nothing less, to bring the trophy home from the CWS.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
All right, it's hour number 2 of the Morning Rush. Thank you to Marty Denton of McGee, Arkansas, for our intro this morning as we get ready for the College World Series this weekend. Do it for Dave, a shirt that we saw yesterday in the send-off for Arkansas that took place at Baum-Walker Stadium. That's kind of the mantra, I guess, of this team. Seemed like it from Charles Davalon's opening remarks after the Super Regional Game 2 win after Tennessee. And Tommy, hopefully they finally get it done come not this next Sunday or Monday, but the following one.
Well, hopefully they get it done on Sunday, like you said, and that means they've won it in 2 games. So that'd be awesome to see that come to fruition. But hey, don't get cart in front of horse. Don't get your feet tangled up trying to get them in front of the other.
Yeah, I just played the clip of Burke talking about
just go win game 1 against LSU. We'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So. Hey, we're brought to you by Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue, next to Sodi's and Fort Smith. They're getting fired up for a big weekend. They've got the biggest screen inside, and often they've got menus, but they can also turn it into one big baseball game up there. And I bet Saturday night you won't have any problem at Uncorked finding the Hogs on TV. So get by Uncorked and check out the menu that Chef Jazz has worked up for late spring as we head into summer. It's patio season right now. One of my favorite afternoon spots is the patio at Uncorked. Big, comfortable furniture, plenty of TVs. It's quiet, so I always like to go places you can have an adult conversation. You know, restaurants and places that are so loud, you feel like you're shouting over the atmosphere so you can have a conversation with your wife or the group you're in. That frustrates me. That exhausts me. And at Uncorked, you never feel like it's so loud you can't have a great adult conversation, because I think that's what we're all looking for as we raise families. So you'll find it at Uncorked. Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's, uncorkthefort.com, is the website. You can make reservations for this weekend as well. And, hey, can't mention enough, Father's Day, great place to go out and gather with the family this weekend. Yeah, Dad, you'll still have to pay, but you'll pay for a great one at Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's in Fort Smith.
All right, so we just had a good kind of walk-in sauna open this morning. Arkansas fans are really creative. I got another one for you. This comes from Blaine Howard, who's an artist in Nashville, who's also a big Razorback fan, as we get ready for this weekend.
Wish that I was in Arkansas down in the Mozart Hills. The Hogs are headed back to Omaha, didn't lose a Fayetteville. See that baseball team in Arkansas knocked off the Tennessee ball.
As we bring in our friend Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette to Blaine's song this morning. Tom, good morning as always, man. Big game, big matchup come this Saturday night against the LSU Tigers. We were talking a little bit earlier in hour number one. Obviously, things change in Omaha, bigger ballpark. Tommy made a comparison to what you played in Hoover. Arkansas's had the best hitting team, not just in the SEC, but in baseball this year. What changes do you think, if any, Nate Thompson and Dave Van Horn make Saturday night and beyond that when it comes to playing in Charles Schwab Field?
Hey, guys, it's a pleasure, always. And that song, that's a good song right there.
Yeah.
That's not corny, it's the tune, but well-applied lyrics, so I like that. No, I think what they teach, going up the middle, hitting the ball where it's at, not trying to pull everything, will play, because if you drop in base hits and hit in the gaps, you're going to have great success in Omaha. So you might not have as many home runs, but it's a good approach. They foul off a lot of pitches. They try to take balls up the middle, and they're not so much into getting loft or getting upswing on their hits. So as long as they stay within their approach, they should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd change anything. I mean, dance with the one that's brought you. This is what got you here, and particularly the way you hit the ball against Liam Doyle early in that game and battered him around, knocked him out. Tom, I think maybe you tweak your pitching approach a little bit, having a bigger ballpark, but from the plate, I think this team's got it dialed in.
Yeah, they're hitting as well as they have when they've entered the postseason in many years under Dave Van Horn. So, I think if the pitching holds up, they'll give themselves a chance to win this. They did hang in there against Doyle. I mean, I can't remember who hit Cade Anderson of LSU in Game 1 down in Baton Rouge. I mean, they didn't score a ton on him, but they did have a 4-2 lead for Zach Root when he came out. So they scored some on Cade Anderson. And again, it's just having patience, taking walks if he's not going to come in the strike zone, and not chasing. And I think the Aloy brothers are kind of the poster guys on that. Stay within their approach. Don't go out of the zone. I think Vahiva did. He got ahead 3-0 in a count the other day and went out of the zone a time or two. They still end up winning these games, but don't give away at bat. Don't try for something else if you've got a walk right there handy.
Yeah. LSU's obviously got a ton of experience as a program there, but I don't think anyone's got the experience that's going to be in this matchup more so than Dave Van Horn, and just handling the routine, knowing the practice fields, knowing how to set, those hour-long practices up, knowing how to keep the team busy. I think that's an edge for Arkansas in the fact that I know, LSU's got their impressive resume as a program, but that doesn't have much to do with this matchup this week, this College World Series. You look at these 8 teams, and there's no one with more experience in the College World Series, this environment, than Dave Van Horn.
Well, that's a good point. He's been able to learn from what works, what's not so effective when you're in Omaha, the mindset that you want your team to go into the games with, handling all the trappings, all the extra attention and the bigger park and the bigger crowd and all that kind of stuff. I mean, not to take away from Jay Johnson. He's got a national championship under his belt just a few years ago. So he knows what the environment's like, too. And there's something about that LSU mystique in Omaha. I mean, not that it's like an opponent that you have to face if you're Arkansas, but there's something about wearing that uniform. I mean, that leads to some clutch hitting, some whatever. It's an intangible. You can't rate it. You can't put a finger on it. But there's something for LSU. So that's why, to me, Arkansas are clear, and LSU are just clearly the 1 and 2 favorites. There's other teams who can win it, and a team that's in the other half of the bracket has basically a 50-50 chance of winning it when they get to the finals. But the Arkansas LSU winner, to me, it'd be a big upset if either of the other two schools come out of this side. But I just think that these are the programs that have more complete batting orders and pitching staffs and depth in their pitching.
Yeah.
Higher quality arms at the top of their staffs, experience in Omaha, and just that name value. So, yeah, it's a shame they're having to play each other first, but I think Jay Johnson pointed it out. They knew at some point this season they were going to have to go through Arkansas to win a national championship.
You know, I felt that way earlier this week. It's a shame you got to play them early. Makes this game huge and paramount. Maybe, you know, the loser's going to have a really hard time getting out of that half of the bracket. But the more I've thought about it, Tom, win better than your first game when you're in total control of your pitching. Your lineup's at its absolute healthiest it's going to be in Omaha. You don't have to worry if the rotation matches up right. You're going to face LSU. Maybe this is the way to play them. Is I know you're going to get their best pitcher too, but you've got total control over what you have by playing them in game one.
I catch your drift, and I get it. Yeah, it's just that the winner is such a huge advantage for the winner because even if the other comes back around and plays them in the bracket final, they got to beat them twice. And so whoever it is who wins this game is going to be in a better shape from a pitching standpoint, assuming they win game two. But they'll be in a better shape. And Ianson for LSU has been pitching very well of late too, so he'd be your game two guy. Arkansas has just got to get a good quality start from Zach Root, not going outside of himself. He's pitched well in big games of recent vintage, and so there's no reason to doubt that he won't be on his game in this one because he's got a nice repertoire of pitches, and he'll throw all of them, and that's what makes him, a tougher pitcher.
Tom Murphy with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas, Democrat Gazette here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Tommy was talking about Dave Van Toren experience in Omaha. I know you have some experience as well. What's your favorite part of not just the setup, but the games that lie ahead here this next week and a half or so?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, there's a lot of good restaurants. The last time I was there in 22, I did a few solo things. A lot of times it's a group of us, our photographer and I or what have you. But in 22, I just explored a little bit on my own. There's a shop downtown, some kind of emporium that has collectibles and novelty type items, and it's kind of an older, musty type building. But man, I love that place. I'm not going up this year, so Bob and I would trade off. I think he went in 15, I went in 18, the one that they almost had. Bob went in 19, and I went in 22. So this is a Bob year, and so Matt Byrne, our new guy, he's going, and I don't know. It's just fun. The whole experience of being in a bigger park, the whole setting. Everybody's in town for this, or a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. It's just really fun to be a part of it.
And you probably drove the extra hour to go to Lincoln to cross out the state capitol, right? That was done.
I did that in 18 with our photographer at the time, Ben Goff, and it's one of the best capitals in terms of there's a lot of art there, a lot of mosaics and tile work that are really neat. Missouri had a bunch of extra money in its budget when its capital was coming together, so they spent that on statues around their ground. So Missouri has probably about the best statuary game. Well, Nebraska's state capitol, and it's a real tall building, and I'll just say this is what it's called, the nickname. It's called the Penis of the Prairie because it's kind of a tall, building that's looks like that. So anyway, it was a good one. I really
good place for
enjoyed
politicians to hang out.
Oh
I'd
my
say.
God!
So.
Good.
And it's a great one. And I have to say, it was at the very start of my state capitol tour. They're like, man, I like this. I'm going to start going to all these capitals. And I know Tommy went to Vermont recently, so that's a cool one.
Yeah, I swung through Montpelier just for you, Tom. and found the Capitol. Not very. It was not as impressive as what you just described, but I think we have found, based on that name for the monument, we have found a name for Ty's next podcast. So we'll be borrowing that as his next podcast.
Hopefully it's not
venture.
trademarked.
So yeah,
we don't want to get sued or anything.
But yeah, Montpelier, not much going on there, but one you should certainly visit. So,
well, I'm going to get to it. I was thinking about doing a Vermont, New Hampshire, Boston, and Augusta, Maine trip. I've been to those states, but I haven't been to the capital buildings there. So
you can catch Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts all at the same time too. So.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be that long of a trip because it's so compact up there.
I did it all in about 2 days. So
awesome.
You can do it in 3.
Tom, the burning question I've been wanting to ask you since you came on, and we're talking about scheduling.
You could even do Albany, New York too in that stretch, Tom. So
thank you, Tommy. I'm going to keep that in my planning.
Knock them all out. Tom, football-wise, we're talking about scheduling with Arkansas and these next few days. You did get some more updates on what the game time zones are looking like for this football team, including Notre Dame at 11 o'clock on ABC. Is Coach Holtz going to be wearing Notre Dame stuff or Arkansas stuff if he comes to town?
He's going to be watching in front of his TV, I guess, and I don't know. Maybe they can coax him to go to that game. That'd be a real great, reunion or whatever you want to call it back home. He hasn't been back to Fayetteville a ton since he left, but he won a national championship at Notre Dame, so he's probably got a little bit of the Irish in him there. But 11 o'clock, not ideal. It's kind of like the Arkansas game at LSU. It's not ideal for LSU. They like to get lubricated. But for the sports writer in me, I'm a big fan of the 11 o'clock kick or the afternoon kick. Not a fan of the night game. So right now they only, I think, have one for sure or two, the Ole Miss game, and then one of the other games is a night game.
Missouri.
But there's some flexes on there that might wind up being at night, which I hope they wind up being afternoon.
Tom, always good to chat. We'll catch up early next week, and we'll have a good idea about where Arkansas stands. Hopefully a 2-0 Razorback team when we visit again.
That'd be good. See y'all.
All right, Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, Whole Hog Sports, Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you today by Mock Legal Solutions. 2 locations. They're in Sallisaw, also in Fort Smith, which has been home base for quite a while. But now they've opened up in Sallisaw because if you're in Sequoia or LaFleur County, you need to have great legal representation. They can take care of you with that. Family law, of course, is the specialty and the wheelhouse there for Jackie, but also slip and fall cases, car wrecks, dog bites, work injuries. She can help you through all of those. And don't expect to be asked for a $5,000 retainer up front. They get it, and that's why they have easy-to-understand flat fees, low-down payments, and payment plans that work for you. And so if you're looking for someone to aggressively represent you, it's Jackie Mock and Mock Legal Solutions. Go to mocklegalsolutions.com or call 479-769-1505. That's 769-1505 for Mock Legal Solutions.
Phil wants to know, as he texts in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, is the Vermont Capitol nicknamed the Member of Montpelier?
No. Didn't see that monument
nickname.
there. Nope.
No nickname. I do have some breaking news. I wanted to bring this up yesterday.
Well, it's not breaking news.
It's breaking news.
Still fresh, huh?
Yeah, it's still fresh. Scalpers are selling Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap for a 20,000% profit.
Good for them.
It retailed at $8, and it's being listed for up to $1,600 right now. For those that don't know,
listed but not sold for $1,600.
Yes, but some have been sold for over $1,000. For those that don't know, was it Sasquatch Colton? Is that the brand? Partnered with actress Sydney Sweeney for her bathwater to utilize.
How much did you pay?
With soap.
Come on, that's why the account's overdrawn, right? That was the pay. You had a 2-payment plan on bathwater soap from Sydney Sweeney.
No, I wish I would have made money off of it. Instead, I find myself $800 in the hole this morning with no money to go to Omaha.
Told you not to bet the Thunder.
We're gonna run up the credit card. I guess I've got 3 credit cards now, so we're just gonna run those and max those
3.
out.
Boy, Dave Ramsey would be disappointed in you.
I know, but there's so many benefits. There's so many different things you can take advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Warren Stevens says. I got rich on Hilton Honors points.
Well, this has me this has me rethinking auto pay. I did sign up for.
I've told you forever, don't do auto pay.
I don't listen to a lot of what you say.
Well, you
occasionally,
should.
Occasionally I do. Occasionally I don't. Auto pay's just easy.
How much bad advice have I ever given you?
I don't agree with your timeshare philosophy. I think timeshares are stupid. I think they're a waste of money. I think you get sucked in.
Okay.
And you have one. And
I have two.
I just think that's I don't agree with that.
If you use
most stuff I would say I utilize and I take in. Same with my dad. But sometimes elders are wrong. And when it comes to auto pay, you're wrong. I'll get my money back. Yes, it was an ordeal this morning. Talking with Scott for about 40 minutes.
You're not done with that ordeal.
But at the end of the day,
you've got more phone calls coming. I
hope
promise
not. I hope it's just an email or a message or two to get that money back, and we're all square after that. Listen. Once I brought up the Pacers as an Indiana resident, and I brought up St. Elmo's and stuff, he was like, "All right, we got to expedite this. This is a guy that I can talk to and stuff. He's not necessarily a high priority client, but I like the guy. So hopefully we get that done. And now I have to go change where I thought my overdraft fees were, or I wasn't allowed to overdraft, but apparently I can. So I need to get that fixed too before we go to Omaha.
Sounds like you need the a good strong budget to keep all this in order.
Yeah. It was it's something that's got to be fixed. Hey, I saw you're talking about Dylan's lineman camp thing yesterday.
Yep.
7-on-7 at an Arkansas high school. I guess didn't win it. Monet High School or Monette, however you say it, out of Missouri, ended up winning the 7-on-7 camp yesterday. Which I guess Missouri always comes to Fayetteville and wins, so that shouldn't surprise me. Whatever, but is that like common where a lot of high schools outside the state compete in these things when it comes to team camp?
I would imagine a lot of teams get invited to these that have players they're interested in.
Okay, all right.
I don't imagine it's just willy-nilly on who gets to show up.
Okay, I was just
they have a player that Arkansas would like to see, or they have two players Arkansas would like to see.
Speaking of Missouri, that game is at night this year. Is that game's typically mid? I'm not making that up. That game's typically at mid-afternoon, right?
Generally an earlier game.
It's 5 to it's listed
It's
as
cold.
5 to 7. Yeah, it will be cold. It's usually, again, the LSU game was Friday after Thanksgiving. This one's
hopefully it matters. Hopefully it means something by the time you get there. Bowl position, something. So, hey, we're brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. If you need ready-mix concrete at a job site, you need rock, sand, gravel, heavy aggregates, they've got those from whatever size or diameter that you need. They're your number one source for top-quality aggregates. And ready-mix concrete, no one does it better, no one does more of it than APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300. Ask about assistance with your job site. If you need help with logistics, with trucking, you need help with drone capabilities, surveying, planning the job, and lots more, APAC has you covered. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Billy chimes in saying it means one thing, Liberty Bowl or Independence Bowl.
Well,
that's where Arkansas could be.
I don't think there's a tie-in with the Independence Bowl anymore.
Yeah, that was we went to that. Baylor Brad took me to that back in the day.
When they played Missouri, or who'd they play? They did beat Missouri back.
Music City Bowl was in Nashville. I think we lost to Minnesota.
Correct.
We lost
2002.
Some of that stuff gets a little hazy because I was a kid. But yeah,
played Missouri in the Independence Bowl, won that game.
Was that
I think it might be the last time you played in the Independence Bowl.
It's been a while. Jared's in Hot Springs this morning. He's got some thoughts. NCAA settlement, I guess, was how do you say that properly? Resolved, signed. What do you say?
Enacted.
Start July 1st. Jerry, what are your thoughts on that this morning, brother?
Well, I want to know how the NIL is going to work with that. Like Calipari's got supposedly $5 to $7 million to work with from Tyson. Does that go on top of the settlement?
Well, you know what I thought was interesting? So John Tyson was on record saying that like he's not contributing to NIL. His apparently contributions is just going towards Cal's salary and bankrolling that. So I don't know where the additional NIL funding is coming from. I'm going to guess Mr. Stevens has something to do with that and other big time boosters across his campus. I do wonder, like we haven't got I want to learn more from Remy Cofield what if they'll tell us openly what the distributions will be for football, basketball, baseball. But Jared,
and have you completely figured out how the clearinghouse is going to work and they set values?
You're asking me?
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't completely
I think there's
gotten a
about
good handle. We need to
50,000 people.
And I'm not sure everybody in the Broyle Center or any other athletic department's fully got a complete grasp on all that. But to answer your question, Jerry, the revenue sharing is just the beginning and the guarantee. If a donor or a booster said, "Hey, here's 5, 6, 7 million," they can do that on top. So yes, NIL is still there, but this clearinghouse is going into effect that will somehow discern values for players as well. So
Okay, so it won't matter. It's really not going to matter then to the big schools that want to do the NIL and
correct.
boosters.
But what it does is it raises the floor. So now schools that can't get even a nominal amount of support to stay in the game have the revenue sharing to at least have a baseline, a floor to be able to compete.
Okay, Rich got richer.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah,
it's a good way to say that. And my thought is, won't that just like overinflate salaries? And I say salaries or payments on like Carson Beck's what making?
Salaries to players?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Carson Beck's just making $4 million a year. He has no business making that. Miami is not going to get the return on the investment with Beck. There's other players I could point to, but he's just the most obvious, I think. I would think that all it's going to do is just raise payments across college football, right? With an additional, and it's not 20.
I think coaches. What's the one job or task right now coaches hate more than anything?
That aspect, negotiating,
begging. Not necessarily the negotiating part. Coaches hate having to be the face and going out and asking boosters for the money.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were talking
I think a lot of this effort by the university, because here's the thing. You think Sam Pittman's schedule is going to be filled up without asking for extra NIL money now? Or Kirby Smart's, or, I mean, just go through, I mean, we just start naming coaches, but I don't think institutions as a whole are going to be putting extra effort on that. They may have people that are their general managers or part of their collective that still do that, but it takes the pressure off the coach that he's got to go raise X number of dollars to even be relevant. That's what this ultimately will do. Hey, before we go, if you're going to do some crappie fishing this weekend, the Bobby Garland crappie baits will help you level up your performance and the innovation that comes along with it, setting a new standard in affordability. Also, with their streamlined functions and the way they've designed these, you're going to find them to be very effective. They got the twin rotating blades. The head turns and gives crappie anglers 360 degrees of unrivaled action, while the brush off on the jig head ensures they won't get snagged. So you're going to love these. It is a great thing to have in the tackle box. It's the Bobby Garland Baby Shad and head turning brush off jig heads that you'll find right now. Go to lurenet.com. They've got you covered there with the Bobby Garland crappie baits. That's the leader in crappie fishing innovation. Bobby Garland Baby Shad.
All right, when we come back, it's your SEC update. Plus, Ryan in Hot Springs has given a great suggestion for what we should call this Arkansas Notre Dame game coming up this fall. Stay with us here on the Morning Rush.
Omaha for the Razorbacks in 2025. Do you believe?
Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, First Star Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McClarty Daniel.
The best mornings
In the morning light.
start with Wrangler.
Jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I put my blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
Blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
You mixed your wings like your mama told you. Yeah.
This is the Morning Rush.
You've got the shoes. Now finish the run strong. At True Grit Running Company, we've got the gear that goes the extra mile. Socks that fit and protect your feet and improve how the shoes fit, feel, and perform. Hydration bottles, packs, and belts to keep you going through the hot summer. And OOFOS recovery sandals and shoes, your feet will thank you. Because running isn't just about the miles, it's about the details. Come see the gear at True Grit Running Company, where every step counts. 6808 Rogers Avenue, Suite B, behind Chick-fil-A.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
See dealer for details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Is your business's IT infrastructure secure? At Dixie Digital, we provide comprehensive managed IT services to ensure your systems are running smoothly and your data is protected. Combine that with Xerox, Brother, and Epson reliable printers and copiers, and you've got everything you need for success. Call us today at 783-6600 to learn more about our IT services and special offers. Dixie Digital Imaging, your trusted partner for IT and document management.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America. The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
How do you explain like what the College World Series means to this city?
We've tried to become a bigger event city with more NCAA stuff. But this is still us. It is what defines us.
Welcome, everyone, to Omaha and the NCAA College World Series.
We're going to Omaha, baby! Jamie Brown just hit it into the zoo. It's a home run for both parts. Slam home run for the freshman Pete Incaviglia.
This is the great American sporting event.
Skip
Omaha, Nebraska, the side of the College World Series. Yes, the stadiums have changed from Rosenblatt to TD Ameritrade and now Charles Schwab Field, but the side of Arkansas and LSU this Saturday night, 6 o'clock. The only two remaining SEC teams in it. We'll see if that trend continues past on this year. The Razorbacks got their announcement, at least reported by John Rothstein, that they will be playing the Louisville Cardinals in the upcoming SEC or ACC SEC Basketball Challenge. Notable games include Florida going to Cameron Indoor to play Duke. North Carolina travels to Rupp to play Kentucky. Clemson going to Alabama. You're probably, I would say, third marquee on that list. It's hard to beat Florida at Duke and North Carolina at Kentucky, but I would say you're probably third or fourth on that list in terms of just attractiveness for college basketball fans outside of those two fan bases.
I won't argue that.
NC State, Auburn.
But obviously when Duke was on that list 2 seasons ago, I guess it was.
Yeah.
The fan base was fired up, hardest ticket to get maybe for the year, and the season didn't unfold. How excited, because you're not going to reach the level of Duke with Louisville, but is this a matchup that fans are going to be fired up about? Is this going to be a hard ticket? I just wonder, is our fan base, because you don't play Louisville. I mean, you may play them in baseball. Yeah. They're in the College World Series. You have to play them in the final, but you just don't play Louisville very often in anything. Not an opponent that I think today's generations are really familiar with. How excited are they going to be for this matchup?
Yeah, so
the old heads understand Louisville
US
basketball.
Reed,
yeah,
I mean, you got that connection. You beat him a couple years ago in Maui when Muss was still your coach. I think that was the AB Jordan Walsh team. That was funny enough. Kenny Payne
were terrible that year.
Yeah,
terrible.
Kenny Payne was the head coach then. I would say, to me, I liked it. I saw it. I mean, outside of you weren't getting Duke because they're playing in Chicago on Thanksgiving Day. I was hoping that North Carolina would end up here because I would think that's the second best option. But, I mean, I think the intrigue might be slightly higher, not necessarily as a brand, but if Will Wade was coming in here, outside of, Wade, when we had this question a couple weeks ago about which SEC opposing coach do you hate the most, if Wade was still here, he would have been at the top of that list. But obviously now he's in Raleigh, North Carolina, coaching the Wolfpack. I think that's the only team outside of the two Blue Bloods that you would be more excited about just because of the coach. But yeah, Louisville's a great brand, won a national championship in this century with Rick Pitino. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great matchup. I can't wait.
They should have a good team. They've been really, really, really competitive in the portal and have lots of donor support. They pulled in a really good portal class, so it should be a good game.
They'll obviously be, I think, a good challenge. But I just, I think I'm old enough to understand Louisville and their heritage. I just don't know how someone your age necessarily approaches. It's not Denny Crum's Louisville anymore. So,
I watched Pitino and Hancock and I think it was Russ Smith and those guys won a national championship. I want to say in 2013. So, and like he just said, Pat Kelsey's got a really good transfer portal haul. It's just not, they're not on the same level as Duke and North Carolina, but it's the second tier. And I'm excited about it. All right, other SEC news here this morning. Again, the Razorbacks will play Notre Dame at 11 a.m. Week 5 of the college football season, which falls on September the 27th. Alabama will go to Georgia that same night, and then LSU likely will play Ole Miss at night as well. That's probably why you're not getting a night game. Ryan in Hot Springs, Tommy, wants to call this game Catholics versus Hillbillies. Are you in favor of that?
I think we can do better.
You think we could do better?
I mean, everybody's trying to outdo Catholics versus convicts, and some things just need to be left alone.
Leave it alone.
I think when this game gets closer, our buddy Robert at the Stadium Shop's going to probably have some. I don't know. He hadn't told me anything, but I'm going to guess he'll have some T-shirts that have some phrases on it. You'll want to
Lou Holtz bobbleheads,
something
around there. The other game that stood out to me just is the schedule was listed down. These are time zones, not exact times, with the exception of the Notre Dame game. You get LSU,
windows, not zones, windows.
Windows. You get the LSU game in Baton Rouge in the morning, which will help you out. It's 11 a.m. to noon. Mm-hmm. We know that Tiger Stadium's a lot more. You almost won at Tiger Stadium 2 years ago at night, and you've won at night before. But of any of the games that I saw listed out, with that being a more tight window, that to me, that might be the biggest win for Arkansas, just that setup.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to play them when all the purple bags are empty down there. That's for sure. So, you're going to get some things you like. And not so. What you don't want is all your home games at 11. So that has haunted Arkansas for a while.
Your home games that you got Alabama A&M's 3:15. If you want to count Little Rock, that's at 4. Notre Dame early at 11. A&M anywhere from 2:30 to 7. Auburn is early from 11 to noon. Mississippi State's mid-afternoon, 2:30 to 3:30. And then Missouri is at night from 5 to 7.
Two early games.
Yeah, you mentioned the game of consequence. Wondering Missouri what that will be, where Arkansas will be at that stretch. And again, it's just different. It's a Saturday relative to a Friday. What it had been for 30 some odd, or not 30, 20 some odd years. So I'm curious to see how many fans you have at that point of the season. Just depending on how Arkansas does heading into week 14 because of the double bye. So.
All right, that's your SEC update, brought to you this morning by Burton Pools and Spas. Do you want crystal clear pool water all summer long without having to fight your pool water every week? Burton Pools and Spas has everything you need, from expert advice to top brands like Pool Life and Aquasil. Plus, they'll test your water and give you a test score absolutely free, and you can score up to $70 in rebates on Pool Life and Aquasil products right now. So keep your pool clear, clean, and swimmable all summer long. Visit Burton Pools and Spas, Fort Smith, Springdale, Greenland, and now in Hot Springs. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life. Go to burtonpools.com.
All right, so we have some news that just hit the timeline from Jonathan Gavoni, who does Draft Express for ESPN. I'm going to butcher this, so just prepare.
Oh.
Bosnian center Elmar Davasevic has committed to Arkansas, his agent tells ESPN. He's a 19-year-old 7-footer, and he played for KK Bosnio Sarajevo, the Adriatic League second division this season. You got two guys from across the pond that are coming to play for you this season.
He's a center?
Mm-hmm.
Awfully tall to be snapping the football.
Yeah, basketball. I can't imagine having a 7-footer out there, but you got another player that's committed. So now
you need bigs. You've been hollering. You got to have bigs.
I always think that.
Cal gets him another one.
What do you, Colton? What do you got roster wise? You have 2 spots left. Is it 2?
This should leave 2 left, I believe.
Okay. After that, so that
he may be 1.5 as big as he is.
7 feet. Got another guy. So that roster, and that was the thing I said last year. It's like Cal's had great guards. I mean, you could NBA Finals best guard. Maybe in the NBA Finals is a Cal kid, Kentucky kid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got plenty of those in the NBA. But it's the waves of big men that were so formidable at Kentucky for so many years. Like, you get one guy in foul trouble, they just bring in another. So now you've got more of a roster built around some forwards and centers that hopefully will put this team in the run, not just for a good regular season, but hopefully a good postseason as well.
All of our coverage begins tomorrow live from Omaha. We'll be there, presented by Mock Legal Solutions. Real advice, reasonable price. Go to mocklegalsolutions.com. By First Star Bank, your hometown bank for all your first is First Star Bank. By USA Fireworks Wholesale, Arkansas's #1 wholesale fireworks company. Go to usafireworks.org. That's usafireworks.org. By Rudy's Cut Restore and Barbecue, 4084 MLK Boulevard in Fayetteville. Rudy's Cut Restore and Barbecue, smoking good every time. And by McClarty Daniel, it's never been easier to find your next ride. Experience it for yourself at McClartyDaniel.com.
We were talking about what's going on at the U.S. Open with Oakmont earlier. We'll give you an update here coming up. But I did get a kick out. I think you'll find this funny. Grant Hill, Charles Barkley talking a little smack about each other's golf game. Take a listen.
But I'm better than Dan and Grant. I'm better than y'all. Nobody named Wider Woods. It's going to be me. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in on Friday. Hey, you call me Bryson the hamburger? Hey, Jared, he sends me a nickname. He says, hey, Wider Woods, how you doing? And he called me Bryson the hamburger.
I'm betting on you, Grant.
Hey, Grant,
I'm betting on you. I'm betting against Chuck.
And
I'm going to be honest, and this might come way out of left field. Of any golfer, professionally or casually, that I could play with in the world, I would choose to play with Charles Barkley over anyone on this planet.
Because you could beat him?
No, I just think from an entertainment standpoint, there's no one I enjoy listening to talk about anything sports related or non-sports related than Chuck. Yeah. And he is a gracious, like the video that Joe Klein put out there when Arkansas pounded Auburn 2 years ago or 3 years ago in Jordan-Hare Stadium was so funny, and they're former teammates, I think at the Suns, if I remember that right. But I just think he would be the most fun to golf with of anyone. What's going on right now?
All right, we'll take a look at the scoreboard coming up, but I told you earlier there were 11 players at under par or better, better than even. There's now only 9.
Jeez, they're dropping like flies.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at the U.S. Open coming up. First award for Gaston's White River Resort, 870-431-5202 is the number. Clint and his crew always have a great time awaiting you. They've got everything you need on property. They got the swimming pool that's open and perfect for summer. So when the kids are, maybe they need something else besides the river to entertain them, they've got the pool there, little pool house. It's great. Fitness center. And they've got nature trails right there on site that you can utilize to get outdoors, do your morning jog, whatever. I love watching just planes come and go from the airstrip. They've got their own grass-filled airstrip that's right there, so you can fly private planes in there. Helicopters come in. I ain't got one, but I love watching everybody else fly in and out. And, of course, the great restaurant that overlooks the White River as well. 870-431-5202, Gastons.com to get details on their 80 different cabins and lodges. Then call them and they'll set up the perfect trip for you. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
ignorant when it comes to a lot of topics. Thankfully, I listened to my friend's advice on the housing market and called Jeff Marks at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. Jeff made the process smoother than Mama's gravy.
Ty, you got to throw in some homemade biscuits with that gravy and a great local real estate professional to guide you down the right path. One of the keys is knowing what to do and certainly what not to do.
You communicated and were transparent throughout the process.
Ty, like you, anyone can call me, Jeff Marks, at 479-414-1193. For your big decisions, I have simple solutions.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Hey everyone, Braden Webb here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. You may remember me from my days playing baseball for the Hogs. Now I'm hitting home runs for AAA Business Systems and enhancing the ways company do business in our area. If you want to partner with the best office technology provider in Northwest Arkansas, call me today at 479-442-4185. Let's win together and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Fords Grid Incorporated, a company known for paying top wages and benefits, has immediate openings for equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. For nearly 90 years, Fords Grid has built the foundations of the River Valley, and now you can become a part of that legacy. Apply now from any device at GoFordsGrid.com. That's GoFordsGrid.com. Do you finally want to get paid well for your work? Do you want to work for a company that treats you like family? Apply now at GoFordsGrid.com. Fords Grid Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Everybody's talking at me.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Make my call. Listen to you guys all the time on my drive. I'm going to have to lean towards Ty here.
I'm tired as a fan being fed a bunch of lies and garbage.
You know, you got this wonderful staff that you have. Great day to be a Razorback, you know. That's my hero. I want to be when I grow up.
I appreciate what you guys do.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
All right, final segment here on the Morning Rush. We'll be live in Omaha, Nebraska tomorrow at the Emerald City, getting you ready for the College World Series. We'll have pre- and post-game coverage all weekend long, hopefully well into next week as we continue on here in the Morning Rush.
Colton, how good. I mean, think about the benefit. Not only could Arkansas make a national title run, but Colton, we could have about 10 days we don't have to put up with Ty in person.
I was telling Ty today, I said, hey,
How
whenever you
sweet it
leave,
is.
I don't want to see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
If they don't win, I'm going to get blamed wrongly for them not coming back with the
Not
national
wrongly,
title.
but blamed, yes. I mean, it's where accountability has to lie where it should.
Even my own coworkers are conspiring against me. It's just painful.
So
as much as
you're
do for
going
everyone
without
else.
any confidence that they're going to win the whole thing.
Oh, I mean, I think they're going to end up winning this
You
thing.
think?
There's that. You've seen that video on socials of that kid saying we're gonna win the Natty Championship. It's my buddy Garrett from college. He's hammered. But yeah, I legitimately think. I mean, things are going the right way, but maybe
no one speaks the truth like a drunk or a kid. So
maybe
yeah.
I'm
believe it all.
overly optimistic.
Have you raised your garage door and it squeaks and grinds and pops and snaps and sounds like the whole thing's about to come apart? That you, Tony? That sounds like Tony Vitalo over there, you know?
Spinning up.
Yeah. Hey, if your garage door seriously needs some work, our friends at Grit Garage Doors can do everything for you, from a brand new door to fixing that spring. In fact, they have an unheard of 15-year spring warranty that's optional as well with Grit Garage Doors. So if you want to deal with someone local, someone that knows their stuff, someone that can help you get all the garage door remotes and keypads and sensors and all that lined up so you don't have the frustration. Our friends at Grit Garage Doors can do that and give you a great-looking garage door that works every time. No job's too small or too large. Custom doors to fit your garage and your dreams with Grit Garage Doors. Find them on Facebook and online. That's Grit Garage Doors.
We have come to the conclusion, Tommy. You know the end of the Tennessee-Arkansas series and Christian Fouch being on the mound. We've gotten to the bottom of what he said. Take a listen.
The fans want to know what you said. Fans want to know what you said.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Best of luck next year.
Oh, I don't recall that on the TV broadcast.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully Arkansas will be saying the same to LSU following Saturday. It'd be nice if they just, lost to Arkansas on Saturday and they got beat by either Murray State or UCLA and were booted from the tournament, but I don't expect that to happen. I think you're going to have to beat LSU at least twice here in these next few days.
All right, I saw Phil Elson roaming the halls, so he'll be here in the studio with Matt coming up. Brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. They have 25 locations around the state. They can help you with the financing options that fit you best for your resident, or for your agricultural project, or for your home for refinancing or for remodeling your next home. Stop in and see any of their lending experts at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, or go to myaglender.com for the location near you. That's myaglender.com. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Like Tommy said, Phil and Matt coming up on halftime. Stay with this coverage all day long here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com and our Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479